It's great finally meeting you, Tom. Congratulations on your new movie. My name is Morten. I know it's hard to pronounce in Norwegian, so you can call me Peter. When you decided to become an actor, do you remember that exact moment you decided to become an actor?
I was living in St. Louis. That was the very first time I thought about being an actor. It just evolved. I wasn't necessarily thinking of this. I mean, I didn't plan this out. This just happened.
Tom, I was going to ask you, we planned on meeting the other day, 2 days ago actually, on Wednesday, but you never showed.
I had what absolutely they defined as learning disabilities, dyslexia. That's what they do. You've got ADD, ADHD, and you go, what is the solution to that? Well, there isn't a solution. And now today it's take drugs. They actually wanted to put me on drugs. My mother wouldn't let them back then. And then when a friend of mine actually gave me this, it was actually this picture book about suppression, and social and antisocial personalities, and I was like, what is this? This is Scientology. I said, I'm very interested. And that's when I became a Scientologist, about 20 years ago.
I was thinking about your name, Tom Cruise. In Norwegian, translated, it would be translated into empty cruise ship. Yeah. I want to talk about your new film, Face Off, and your exceptional work with your co-star Nicolas Cage. This movie obviously had a massive impact on your career and maybe in other aspects in your life.
You look at, as a father, as an actor, as a businessman, every level. It's something, these tools that I apply absolutely every day.
Tom, in order for us to get this interview, which we appreciate, by the way, you had some demands. You wanted me to give you a foot rub with vanilla and coconut oil and a pedicure. Why was that? Don't you have your own people for this kind of things?
Oh, you didn't have to. You could have said no.
I felt like I had to.
That's how you felt. Mm-hmm. There's people out there that want help and that need help.
You are a celebrity, Tom. Don't you feel like the people, your audience, are acknowledged to get this insight in your life without me having to rub your feet to get this into you?
I don't feel it's ignorance breeds bigotry, breeds racism, okay? You have been there and you've seen it for yourself.
This is my cat, Tom. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Without me, my cat's nothing. Without my cat, I'm nothing. Tom, have you ever walked up the stream butt naked and just waited for a small fish to come and nibble at your balls?
Peter?
Tom?
No one's ever said that to me.
I feel like there's a perception out there that most guys have these kinds of dreams.
Yeah, but that's not the perception out there. That is absolutely, maybe from your perspective. Well, how would you feel?
Well, these are just my own thoughts, Tom, and I guess the feeling would be quite pleasant. And I must say it appalls me that you don't feel the same way. It also appalls me when I play The Last of Us Part 2 and Joel dies. It appalls me when I buy a pack of tomatoes on the store and 1 or 2 tomatoes are rotten. It appalls me that people have Santas out in their garden in in May or June in the middle of the summer. It appalls me that when I go fishing for salmon, I get cod or something else. It appalls me that when I go hiking, I sometimes slip and fall on my ass. Do you have anything that, do you have something that appalls you, Tom?
I find that appalling when people who don't know what they're talking about say things like that. I think it's appalling. I think it's appalling that they're still burning synagogues in France. I think it's appalling how certain Muslims are being treated. I think it's absolutely appalling when we talk about freedom of speech and human rights. I think it's appalling that they electric shock people. I think it's appalling that they drug children. I think it's appalling that they say that there are no solutions for those things. I think it's appalling that people have to live a life of drug addiction, okay, when I have personally helped people get off drugs.
Yes, Tom, and I find it appalling that, sorry, we should continue with the interview. I wanted to ask you about your movie Grease. It's a couple of decades ago. Which was your breakthrough movie. You have a good relationship with your family there. How is your relationship today with your family, your mother?
I've got a great mother and a very close family. And it's something that I always wanted to be a father. Things that we've done with our children is allowing them to be themselves.
Tom, I have gone on a hiking trip with a mattress and a lot of honey. I smeared myself with honey and slept on the mattress, and I was covered with ants all night. Do you think this is normal behavior, or what do you think?
Here's the point. Everybody's different, Peter. I don't buy into this whole... There's no such thing as normal. When you really look at someone's life and you look into their life, everyone has a story. Yeah. Everyone has something that is going on that is very unique to them. So that, with regards to our children, it's... I think they feel very fortunate for the life they have, and they're really good people. I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, I don't know why you're talking about your children right now, Tom, but let's move on in the interview. I want to ask you about your movie Face Off, where you co-star with Nicolas Cage. Is Nicolas Cage the best actor you have worked with?
What do you mean, Peter? I mean, how do you answer that? How do you answer that question? He's someone that I plan on getting married again.
Wait, what? So you're saying you're planning on marrying Nicolas Cage?
I love Nick very much. There's no question.
And you've already been married? I mean, these are news to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you and Nicolas Cage have been together and married before?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter. Yeah. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line.
Do you think I was out of line?
Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you, okay? So I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
Absolutely, Tom. I will. Going back to your relationship with Nicolas Cage, are you okay with the world knowing about this relationship?
Absolutely. I mean, I know people are interested, and I don't have a problem with that. And I also don't have a problem to say, hey, listen, where I am with Nick is in a great place. I don't mind answering questions, but there's a way of phrasing something that's polite and has manners, and things that I say, you know what, I wouldn't answer that to someone coming up to me at a party.
Yeah.
I have no problem. Of course I know people want to know about my life.
Yeah.
Would it be weird for me to ask about your sexual relations with Nick?
You want to waste your time on this right
Oh,
now?
don't.
Or do you want to ask some other questions? You want to move on? Peter, come on. Let's go, man.
All right. So, so what will be the story of Tom Cruise in the future?
I never kind of look at it like that. It's a story. It's a story about this family. The aliens are spectacular. The tripods are spectacular. The sequences are spectacular. But at the bottom of any story, if you don't have those characters that you want to follow as an audience, that's really what I invest in when I'm seeing a movie.
You're talking about tripods and aliens, and I think you're living in another world, man. That's all right. Anyway, you and Mr. Cage in the future, what's the story there?
I want to know people. I want to understand what life is about, Peter, and I really I want to help people. It's not something that I just say. It's something that I actively pursue, and that's how I feel. I feel privileged, truly.